Hello there and welcome to yet another episode of the Magic Latte. In this episode, I'm interviewing a very interesting illusionist based in Paris, in France. His name is Laurent Beretta. Laurent recreated the life of Robert Houdin, legend of magic, Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin, who's behind modern magic. He does his show under closed doors in a very fancy hotel in Paris, and we're going to dive in and see how his experience led him to where he is today. Please enjoy. Hello everyone, this is your host Rita, and I'm with my good friend Laurent Beretta. Is it Laurent? How should I say? How do people say
Laurent.
in English?
In English it's Laurent.
Laurent?
Beretta in American.
Yeah.
Beretta in French.
Yeah, so Laurent and I, we actually met about 2 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blackpool.
At Blackpool Magic Convention, that was the first time. I heard about your name, about probably 3-4 years prior to our meeting, through our common contact from the Magic Circle of Paris. Your name is literally everywhere in Paris. You're like a secret character that we're trying to unlock in a video game.
Yeah, probably. Well, I've been working in the magic field for 25 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Owning my own business.
Yeah.
And doing mostly corporate work. So that's why I'm not under the magic radar, because I'm mostly doing corporate work.
Yeah.
And I work for brands. I work for big firms.
Yeah.
And what I specialize in is customized acts, customized keynotes.
Yeah.
And
for corporate events.
Yes, that's probably 80% of my business right now.
80%?
Yeah.
Wow. And what's the other 20%?
The other 20 is my show,
Yes.
Soirées, Fantastiques, which is a show about Robert Houdin.
Yeah.
And I, thanks to Georges Proust at Académie de Magie and his books,
Yeah.
I realized that there was something missing in the Paris landscape, which was a show about a famous French magician, famous French magician in Paris.
At all.
And I decided during COVID to put together that show.
Oh, it's that recent?
Yes, because I thought after COVID something's going to happen.
Okay.
We're going to get out of this, and
Yeah.
what am I going to do after this? Because people maybe want to see something different or
Yeah.
enjoy themselves, and that's when I thought, well, let's make it happen now.
Brilliant.
I have time, so I read all the books. I had Robert Houdin, yeah.
Robert Houdin.
and
Wow.
I reread all the books, and
Yeah.
I read the biography by Christian Fechner,
Okay.
and then I went through the secrets of the Soirées Fantastiques, and then
Yeah.
I had some props made by different people around the world,
Specifically
for the show. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Wow.
And the idea came from a little book that I read by Steve Cohen.
Yes.
He wrote a book called Evergreen, Vanishing Ink.
Yes.
And when I read that book, he was describing how he put together his show in New York,
Okay.
and how it was very hard at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's why it's very hard at the beginning for me.
Yeah.
Well, he said there's a really big step to take in order to make it known,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest step to take. And so I read the book, and I was really inspired by what he did,
Yeah.
and I said, why not do this in Paris?
Huh.
And I
Interesting.
contacted him, and I spoke with him, and he knows I'm doing this. And
Did you guys ever meet face to
yes,
face?
yeah, we did.
Sweet.
Yes.
How long ago was that?
Probably that's 2 years ago.
Okay.
He came to Paris. He came to Le Double Fond,
Yes.
and I met him there.
And did he watch your show?
No, he was watching David Stone's show at the time.
Okay. Wow. And did you ever watch his show?
Yeah. No, I never went to New York. I'm definitely desperate to go.
That'd be cool to have both of you watch each other's show.
Yeah.
And
I'll
that'd be
invite
sweet.
him over.
That'd be awesome. I would. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be curious to know what you guys think of each other's shows.
Yeah, probably. Well, we're both doing a historic magic show. So.
Yeah. And, his is based on what?
Max Malini,
Oh, okay.
mostly Max Malini. Well, the philosophy of what he's doing and the way he's structured his routines.
Yeah.
And some of the routines he does that are Max Malini's.
Okay.
He wrote a whole book about him.
Okay.
Very
wow.
thick book, beautiful book.
Okay. Sweet. So you've been doing magic for 25 years.
Professionally.
Professionally.
Practicing 40 years.
40 years. Gosh.
I started in
wow.
1984.
1984?
Yeah, I started.
Sheesh, I was
10.
born then.
I was 10.
You were 10.
Yeah.
Well, can you walk us through your life as a magician?
Oh,
like,
wow.
not just a professional magician, but as a magician in general.
Well, I started like anyone else with Magic Kit at Christmas when I was 9, but
Yeah.
as soon as I got the kit, I was lucky enough to see some very nice television shows with a lot of performers from around the world.
Okay.
And some of them were Fred Capps, Richard Ross,
Wow.
Macatendo, Pierre Brahama, who ran FISM twice.
Yeah.
Mostly stage acts.
Yeah.
And I was really inspired by these acts, and
Yeah.
I recorded them. I was lucky enough to have a VCR at the time, and I watched them over and over and over again, and trying to
Nice.
comprehend what was going on.
Yeah.
And then I was lucky enough to find some books where sleight of hand was explained, and one of the books, incidentally, was a book by Robert Houdin.
Wow. Which one is it?
Comment on devient sorcier. I have no idea how
to become a wizard.
how to
Yes.
become. But I don't know if it's translated well into English.
Yeah. Okay.
The most well known in English is Confidence et Révélation, Revelations or Revelations in
Yeah.
English.
Okay.
But maybe there's some of the things he was relating to about sleight of hand.
Okay.
So I was reading his books, and then I was watching the tapes over and over again,
Yeah.
the stage acts,
Yeah.
and I really began to get specialized into stage manipulation.
So that was your,
was
when
my
you were
start.
10,
Yeah, that
you
was
were
my
like,
start.
oh, I want to
Yeah.
do like the...
Yeah, at 11 I was on stage doing a card act. At 11.
At 11, you were
Yes,
doing
yeah,
card
yeah,
acts.
yeah.
My God, that seems so real to me. Like in 2024, like imagining somebody starting at 10. Like I had a student
Yeah.
I was teaching that was 10 years old, and all he was thinking about is TikTok, close-up stuff.
I was reading manipulation books.
Yeah. Wow,
But
that's crazy.
I was lucky enough to meet someone very close to my house who was a professional.
Who?
A professional. He was a professional
Okay,
magician.
okay.
He was living very close by.
Okay.
So he saw that I was really into it.
Oh.
And then he kind of took me as his apprentice.
Okay.
And he taught me stage manipulation because he was really good at it.
Okay.
So he was doing cards, he was doing balls, cigarettes, coins, everything. And
Right.
he was very charismatic, so I really got a lot of inspiration from him.
Nice.
So that's why I learned fast. And
Okay.
then at the end of the year, there was a show put together by the school, and I told them I want to do magic on stage.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
that was
pretty
my
cool.
first step. And then
Yeah.
he also told me to read books in English.
Interesting. Okay.
Because he told me that most of the literature in magic is written in English, and the
Yeah.
best books are in English. The videotapes are in English,
Yes.
and I really learned English fast because of him, and thanks to him.
Yeah.
And I started to invest into Richard Kaufman's books
Okay.
when I
Nice.
was like 12, 13, like Card Magic, Derek Dingle's Complete Works, Gary
Okay.
Kurt's Unexplainable Acts.
Okay.
What's his name? David Roth, Coin Magic,
Okay,
Expert Coin
yes.
Magic. So I read all these books when I was young.
Classics. Okay.
Yeah, I read.
Like
Like reading,
Yeah.
things people don't do anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, society's evolving, right?
Yeah, sure, but the real secrets are still in books.
Yeah.
Because they're staring at you,
Yeah.
and they're there, they're in front of you. When everything's on the web, you have so much things to look at or look
Yeah.
for, that you're kind of lost. When you're right in front of a book, you have to read the book.
If you were meeting your 10-year-old self right now, and you were to recommend a book to your 10-year-old self in 2024, which book would it be? I don't
If
know
it
that
was
book
if
yet.
it was written, or if I could hand it to him,
Yeah, if you could hand him a book.
Strong
that's
Magic.
already- Strong Magic by
Darwin Ortiz.
like by Darwin. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
Revolution.
Interesting,
Revolutionary.
You actually mentioned it last time that we
Sure,
met.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he wrote 2 tomes. He wrote Strong Magic, and then he wrote Designing Miracles,
Yes.
which is the sequel.
Yeah. Okay.
And I really got a lot from these books. When I read them, I was like, wow, this is what magic is all about. And this
Yeah.
is your quest as well. What is a magic effect?
Yeah.
I learned in this book a lot. And I'm rereading it from time to time.
What's the one message that you learned? You feel like you've learned the morality out of Strong. What was it? Strong Magic.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
For both. In Strong Magic, the main takeaway was that there's the audience's perspective and perception,
Yeah.
and there's your perspective and perception.
Yes.
And they're not the same.
Yeah.
And when you're designing a magic effect, you have to have both points of view all of the time. Whatever gesture you're doing, but you have to have the audience's point of view.
Yeah.
What is the spectator seeing,
Yes.
hearing,
Yeah.
what he's interpreting from what he's seeing and hearing?
Yeah.
How could he feel about that?
Yeah.
Which questions are going to pop into his mind?
Yes.
And then how I'm going to use that in order to construct the best effect to fool his mind. Because magic, and my definition of magic,
Yeah.
magic is a perceptive construct.
Magic is a perceptive
construct.
Perceptive construct. Okay.
You're using your spectator's perceptions
Yes.
and interpretations
Yeah.
as blocks to build up a reality in his mind
Yeah.
in order to hide your reality. What you're doing, you're hiding what you're doing
Yeah.
behind what you're building in his mind.
Interesting. Okay.
For
Perceptive
instance,
construct.
For instance, I'll give you an example from Darwin Ortiz. If you want to load a card into your wallet,
Yes.
most magicians palm the card,
Yeah.
and then they go like this,
Yeah.
and it takes a while, and spectators start to think, why is it taking
What's
so
the
long?
fuss?
Even though they're not really thinking this, maybe subconsciously they're gonna question what's happening because it's not fast, regardless.
Yeah.
And what he said was, do something that it will not question when you're loading the card into your wallet. So what he does is, he has the card signed, returned to the deck, palmed, then he gives the deck for the spectators to shuffle, and as the spectators are shuffling the cards, he takes the pen, puts it in his pocket, talks to them, and loads the card. But
Okay.
as he is putting the pen back, he's loading the card into the wallet.
Yeah.
So the perception of the spectator is subconscious, because he's not calling attention to the fact, hey, I'm putting this pen to my pocket. It's just doing it because it's
Yeah,
logical.
It's logical. Yeah.
To put things back when you're not using them anymore.
Okay.
So the mind of the spectator does not question the action,
Yeah.
and is not following what he's doing because they're shuffling the cards at this moment. So the action of loading the card is lost into something else, which is putting the pen back while they're shuffling.
Yeah.
So it will not be recorded by their mind as
Yeah.
something unusual.
Yes.
It will be erased from their memory
Yeah.
because it's an action in transit, as Ascanio called it.
It's an action
In
transit.
It's an action in transit. You're doing
In transit.
something.
Yes. Okay.
As you're doing something else, it's something in between.
Yeah. It's like the action's hopping in the train of the previous action,
Exactly.
and then
It's a logical action that happens as you're doing something normal.
yeah.
And the more you're hiding
Yeah.
a palm, a secret load, or anything else behind something that seems logical for the spectator's mind,
Yeah.
you're going to fool them badly, because they will not be able to reconstruct or perceive the secret actions, moves, or things you're doing
Yeah.
in preparation for your effect.
Right.
So that stems from what Darwin said. You always have to have their point of view, their perspective, and put your brain into their brain and ask yourself basic questions that they would ask themselves
Yeah.
if they would see the things you're
Non-natural.
or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
What will the spectator think
Yeah.
or feel about this? If you're not asking the question, you're not creating or crafting an effect.
Interesting. That's
So that was the strong magic. Then for designing miracles,
yeah.
the main takeaway is that a magic effect is all about creating impossibility,
Yeah.
the sensation of impossibility in the spectator's mind. And
Okay.
everything you're doing that leads to, wow, this is impossible, I have no way to backtrack, whatever happened, I'm giving up, I have no clue,
Yeah.
is effect design. And he lays the groundwork for this. And as soon as I read this, I told myself I need to structure all my effects with different steps that will
Yeah.
lead to the ultimate goal of this is not possible. This is real magic. Right?
Yeah. So you like re-engineered your
Exactly.
repertoire,
exactly.
basically.
Exactly.
Sweet.
And these are
Going-
foundational books, and
Yeah.
they will serve you whatever you're doing in magic, even mentalism.
Yeah. It's interesting because like everything you're talking about right here is related to psychology, which
Right, yeah,
mentalism
sure, yeah.
does tackle directly and indirectly. I want to talk about this a little bit more because well, you know what? Let's talk about it more and then jump back to your life
Sure.
afterwards.
All right.
We're going a chaotic road, so
all right.
might as well. I seen you recently on another podcast, which was my friend Taha's podcast, who's
yes.
brilliant mentalist right now, the rising star of mentalism in
Right,
France.
right.
And you were talking a lot about psychology.
Right.
And I'm very much interested. Do you have like a background in psychology? What led you to be so much into psychology? Is it magic that's led you
course.
to this?
Yeah.
And is it like maybe I saw also you were talking you're from the business world originally.
Right. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it that led you to psychology? What is it and what did you do in psychology?
Right. Yeah. So both are correct. My business background and then
Yeah.
my magic background both led me to dig in more into psychology. Business background, I got an MBA, so it's a master's in business. So
Yeah.
I had to study human resources.
Nice.
And one of my teachers told me that all the HR books are fine, but you will get more out of the psychology books. And one
Okay.
of them was Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends Over and Influence People, which
Yeah.
is a classic.
Yeah.
But I read it and then I studied it and then I did a training on the book for 3 months
Okay.
with a Dale Carnegie team. So I really
With
was
a what?
a Dale Carnegie team.
What's that?
They're training people to absorb the concepts in the book,
Okay.
and then they have you present the concepts within a story
Okay.
to the rest of the group. It's a storytelling and it's a public speaking course at the same time.
Wow. Okay. Never heard of this.
Based on the Dale Carnegie principles of how to win friends over and influence people. You can find it anywhere on Amazon or
Okay,
it's
okay.
a bestseller, worldwide bestseller.
Okay.
So that was my first exposition to the psychology of speaking or argumenting or presenting.
Yeah.
And then the other route I took was neuro-linguistic programming.
Okay.
But I took it
NLP, yeah.
way before Darren Brown talked about it in the shows, or way before magicians started to dabble into it because they saw that other mentalists were
So
using
when was
NLP.
that? What year was it?
1994. When I
Wow.
was in the US, I saw Tony Robbins on TV.
Okay.
He's a coach.
Yes.
He's a major coach. But I saw him coach people and make people change in a heartbeat. They were
Really?
like depressed, and then so all of a sudden he would ask them.
But did you see it on TV or did
yeah,
you see it
saw
live?
Yeah, saw it
Oh,
on TV.
Okay.
But then I went to his live seminars.
Okay. I'm very curious about that.
So I saw him do that. I was like, wow, this is real magic. I mean, he makes people change.
Yes.
And how does he do that?
Yeah.
And then I started to read his books. Then I listened to his CDs.
Yeah.
There were no MP3s at the time.
Yeah.
And I really was interested in how NLP works. And NLP basically is like an owner's manual for the brain. How does your brain work? Why do you feel certain emotions?
Yes.
What can you do to master them a bit more? You can never master totally your emotions because they're reflexes and they're reptilian, so you can't master them. But if you know what created them,
Yeah.
you can have more impact or influence on them.
Yeah.
So I was interested into that.
Okay.
And from NLP, what I got is that our reality, the way we think and the way we feel about a person, a situation, or whatever that happens to us,
Yeah.
is a construction. We construct it with our thoughts, which are images, the images we recollect or the images we create,
Yeah.
the words we say, and the words we tell ourselves silently or overtly.
Yeah.
And these things construct the way you perceive things and your reality. They make your reality. And if you change your images, if you change the way you talk, if you change the way you put words on things or on feelings, you will change the way you experience life.
Okay.
And it was really correlated to what I was reading in Magic, which was constructing a perception
That was the
or
period you were
reality.
reading,
Yeah. It was a bit before. It was a bit before that.
Okay.
It was Tony Robbins was before Darwin Ortiz.
Oh, okay.
But when Darwin Ortiz came out, I think it was at the late maybe beginning of the year 2000.
Yeah.
I connected both, and
So
I was
at that point in time, sorry, I'm hopping in
go ahead.
the thing. You were in the US in 1994. You were 20 years old,
yeah.
and you were what? You were a student? Were you a full-time
Yeah,
magician?
I was studying finance,
You were studying finance.
and
okay.
I was working in a magic shop.
You were working in a magic
Yeah,
shop.
sure,
My
on the
God,
weekends.
that was a dream.
Yeah.
How-
I was working
what magic shop was it?
Hankley's Magic Factory. It was the biggest. It was the biggest magic store on the East Coast.
Fancy pants. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I worked there for a year as I was studying, and then I got a work visa for 1 year, one more year,
To work there
to work in the U.S. So,
at the shop.
so I was supposed to be working in finance because my major was finance.
Yes.
But then I didn't want to work in finance because that was boring. And I asked the boss of the magic store,
Yeah.
could you make me like an internship or like a job description that would fit what I sort of studied.
Degree.
Yeah, during my bachelor year.
Yeah.
And I went for a management position at this store.
Yeah.
And I did get some management experience, some marketing experience, because I was working not as a sales guy. I was doing the sales guys on the weekends, but the rest of the week I was working as an assistant manager.
Okay.
So I was running with him. It was a mail order department.
Okay.
And they were sending stuff all over the world.
Yeah.
But they were also receiving a lot of props and magic from all over the world to review or to just to see if they would buy it.
Test, yeah.
And then resell it.
Yeah.
So I was looking over a lot of stuff every day.
Wow.
Reading books. So I read like hundreds of books. And that's why I know my way around. Prop-wise, I know who makes what, and then for the books, I know my way around on the foundational books for stage, close-up, mentalism, because I read them all.
It's pretty cool.
Most of them I read.
Nice.
Thanks to that experience.
And what would be like the top 3, I don't know, mentalism books that you would say any mentalist should read?
Well, I
just
think
went for
no,
like,
but
say,
because
like,
because
so many.
well, no, you have to know your way around Corinda, because there's
Corinda,
everything, all right, and it's been translated into French, so you can
Yeah.
anyone can read it in France anyway.
Yeah.
But then I would. There's one book that's really interesting, but you can't find it. You can find it illegally, maybe by looking for a PDF version on the web.
Not promoting anything illegal.
No, but
here.
no, you can find it almost anywhere. If you find it, there's many people that are giving it away. But I don't know why, but it's Gary Kurtz.
Gary Kurtz.
Gary Kurtz's book, Leading with Your Head, or Misdirection and Direction. Keys to the amplification of the magic effect.
Okay.
It's another way a professional like Gary Kurtz structures his magic. It's different from Darwin Ortiz's, but there are similarities. But these principles, even strong magic, applies to mentalism. Because mentalism is again a construct. It's something you put something into people's minds that makes them believe that what you're doing is true.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You're altering reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're creating a reality inside someone's head.
Yeah. Except you're not doing it physically, but you're still doing it.
And then, of course, the other books, I like the 2 books that are written in French by Luc Germain, chez Marchand de Trucs.
What were the names? Do you know?
Anything Luc Germain is good. Anyway.
Okay, so that would be the top 3. Okay.
The earlier books, because the latest books are more scripts on stage shows, or his reinterpretation of a major effect he created, which is called Touching on Hoy, and he created several versions of that effect. But what he wrote before on mentalism reveals, how do you reveal information when you're a mentalist? And he wrote a couple of books on that, which are very, very interesting.
Okay.
How do you create the illusion that you're on top of the information you're going to reveal, you know a whole other
information,
like host of information around that subject that you reveal as well.
Yeah. Because sometimes it can be tricky when you like give somebody a piece of information and then, oh, but I know this and this and this, and they're like, well, you've done something illegal to get all these informations, and I'm gonna call the police. And,
right.
Yeah.
But he shows you tips and ways of structuring your reveals, so that you can say much more than just information.
Sweet. That's pretty cool.
Earlier books. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know the names. I don't
that's
know the
fine.
names.
You said anything Luc Germain. So.
Yeah, Luc Germain. What he wrote 15 years ago.
Okay.
About.
Cool. So we were talking about you running to Tony Robbins, psychology, and then how that impacted you.
Right, NLP.
NLP, yes, that's what
I studied NLP, and then I went to NLP training.
Okay.
I went through NLP training, like several.
Okay.
I went to the US for 2 weeks to work with a trainer that worked with Richard Bandler. Okay. Richard Bandler is the guy that invented NLP.
Okay.
So I went to one of his master trainers.
Nice.
And then I saw that Richard Bandler was in London. Was 2016.
Okay.
And
8 years ago.
And I went back and did the whole training again from the ground, from the start with him.
Okay.
with the guy that invented NLP.
Was it different than
Yeah,
with...
totally.
Okay. What was so different about it?
He was very practical. He was very hands-on.
This is still the same concepts.
Yeah, but he had been perfecting them for 40 years, and something he dumped, something he said, well, this was just an intuition, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But this is something I really, I'm sure that this works.
Okay.
And one of the things I'm still using today, every day, it's called a meta model.
Meta model?
A meta model is a series of questions you're asking yourself or people to get to know how they're constructing what they're thinking about.
Wow, okay. Do you have an example, like a very simple, not a complex one?
Yeah, like for instance, when someone tells you, well, I'm sad, right?
Okay.
Behind this phrase, what led to that conclusion, which is I am sad, I am this. And one of the questions you could ask is, how do you know you're sad? How do you know you are this? Is the first question you ask from the meta model. Because it will make the person think how they're constructing their sadness. If you say why you're sad, well, it's because my mother, they're going to give you reasons.
Yeah.
But how do you know you're sad? They're going to give you the way they arrived at that conclusion, or what they're doing in their minds to make them feel sad.
Yeah.
What do they see? What do they hear? What do they say to themselves? Or what meaning are they associating to certain things, events, or people to make them sad?
Yeah.
But the question that will allow you to dig this from them is, how do you know that you are X?
Sweet.
It's one of the 15. I'm not going to go through all 15.
Yeah, no, obviously
but
not.
But basically, what I learned in psychology and then what NLP does, and then what the meta model does, is that the brain does three things. The brain omits information because the brain is overloaded, and the brain erases some things and some bits of information out of whatever he's perceiving in order to focus on the thing at hand, right?
Yes.
And these omissions sometimes have an impact on the way you perceive things, but the brain omits them.
Yes.
Either consciously or subconsciously. Omission. Then the brain distorts.
Okay.
The brain changes things around.
Yes.
The brain changes the meaning of things. The brain changes, for instance, you see something that you see every day and you say, well, he's not smiling, then I think he's mad at me.
Yeah.
That's a distortion.
Yeah.
How do you know he's mad at you? Well, because in the mind. Well, what proves the fact? What makes this real? If he's not smiling because maybe he bumped into a table and he's hurting and he can't smile because he's hurting.
Maybe his face is paralyzed.
Right. But the brain exactly. But the brain distorts this information and makes up a meaning that relates to something else. And you have to find out what
leads.
What led to that. So that's a distortion. And then there's a generalization. The brain generalizes. The brain picks one or two things that are coming back and then makes a rule about them.
Right. It's like we're conditioned by our environment.
Right, exactly.
Just because we grew up in in France, then we think that blah blah blah, or like we grew up in the US, we think that everything blah blah blah. Or
exactly.
We grew up
everything
Christian, we believe everything blah blah blah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Or if you have two bad relationships in a row, you're gonna say that, well, women are too complex. The phrase becomes, these two women I had a date with were complex, and then the brain goes, women are too complex. It takes the two and then generalizes to women, the category. And that's what the brain does all the time.
Yes.
Shortcuts, cognitive biases.
Yeah.
But the three main ones are omissions, generalizations, and distortions, and the meta model allows you to uncover all these things and makes you know with precision what led to that conclusion.
Wow.
What led to that construction.
That's very strong.
Yeah.
It's very strong. Like for mentalism, but I feel like it's strong in anything in life in general.
I use it when I do cold reading.
Cold reading, yes.
To get to know, and I'm asking questions to dig, but to dig into what really led to what could be real to them.
Wow, that's very strong.
Or if you do Q&A. If you ask questions, or if you are reframing what they're saying or which question they're asking, you could really make people think about what they wrote and what it means to them.
Yeah.
And make them reinterpret what they wrote and make them change their points of view and make them feel better. Maybe that's my goal in mentalism anyway. Yeah. Michael Weber said, it was very powerful. He said, when you're, and I think it's good also for a magic trick. Yeah. When you're performing a magic, you're creating a relationship That's what magic and mentalism are about. You're creating a relationship with the person or the audience that's in front of you. Without them,
Yeah.
it doesn't
There's no
exist.
magic.
There's no
Yes.
magic. There's no mentalism. So a good objective, a meta objective, the overall objective is, and that's what Michael Weber said.
Yeah.
You should do whatever is in your power to make them feel better at the end of the interaction with you,
Yes.
rather than how they were feeling at the beginning. They have to end up feeling better at the end of the interaction with you as a performer,
Yeah.
and that's what your goal is. Make them
Yes.
feel better,
Yeah.
or make them more.
So, yeah, sorry, I'm hopping in because
all right.
that's an interesting thing. What happens if you don't succeed into making that? Well, I mean, you're putting effort into doing that, but what happens if you fail? What should you do?
You cannot fail if that's your objective.
Well, what if it's your objective, but then it's the conditions lead to that not happening?
Try again.
Okay, until you succeed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If you're a comedian, you're going to try until they laugh, right?
Yeah,
And
but then
if they don't laugh, you're trying
well,
another joke or another thing. Or
I was going to ask you a question because, well, that's actually that was the first thing that that you told me the first time that we met when we met at Blackpool. Just for some context, I was getting out of the apartment, and then I ran into two people speaking French. One of them was Laurent, and then we interacted because we went to Ben Hart's lecture at Blackpool Magic Convention 2024, and I asked a question. Then I asked Ben, "Hey Ben, what if somebody heckle? What's your most memorable heckle?"
Oh, that was you, the question?
Yeah, and you were like, that was a hilarious question or something like that. You said that to me. And I was wondering, well, I'm going to ask you this question.
Sure.
What's your most memorable heckle ever through your 40 years of magic? You'll get to answer in a bit. But my question was, what if you get a heckler that's right there just to stop your show? And you can obviously not make them laugh or make them feel better.
Well, that's an exception to the rule, right? And
Yeah.
They're going to piss you off whatever happens because that's their goal.
Yeah.
And then.
So how do you manage that? Is my question.
Well, the thing is, you have to kind of interrupt the trail of thought they're in, which is the heckling
Yes.
thought.
Okay, so you go more so towards the.
I don't confront. I never confront.
Yeah, but you're trying to get into their heads.
Right, exactly. I go where they go, or I agree with them,
Yeah.
or if they put me down, I'm going to put myself down, and just to show them that maybe they're right. I'm going to show them they're right.
Okay.
I'm going to go their way.
Okay.
And if you go their way, they're going to go, well, shit, I can't say anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're going their way.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think you're absolutely right. I suck tonight. I don't know.
Okay.
You're trying to derail whatever path they're in. In NLP, we call this a pattern interrupt.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
there's many ways you can interrupt someone's trail of thought or someone's feeling or emotion when they're into something. You have to interrupt what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and you have to make it end. But in order to make it end, you have to be strategic, and you have to be surprising. Whatever it will take to make them derail their trail of thought.
Right.
Agreeing with someone who's not agreeing with you is something good.
Yeah.
That will interrupt their pattern of not agreeing with you anymore
Cool.
because you're agreeing.
Cool. Yeah, that's interesting because basically my question was I was trying to hide behind my question was, would you interrupt your act, whatever your performance is, or would you try to dismantle whatever it is that's in front of you? That was more so
No, that's
what I
all
was
right,
trying
that's
to
right.
get to.
On stage, I wouldn't pay too much attention because the rest of the audience is going to, turn them down.
Okay.
I never confront.
Okay.
I never confront. I go their way.
Yeah.
I nod or I say, yes, you're probably right, or you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is he right? I don't know. And then you take the audience with you, and
Yeah,
then
you put them
yeah.
on your side.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the thing is, if the way you introduce yourself, present yourself, or frame your effects is not turned towards you but towards them, it will prevent them from confronting you. What I mean is, most magicians or mentalists structure their acts and structure their shows around the premise, look at me, I'm the best, look at
Yeah.
me, I fuck
Yeah.
up your mind, look at
Yeah.
me, I'm so good that you can't see shit.
Yes.
And this is very confronting,
Yes.
see?
Yeah.
And if you're not putting yourself down or from your pedestal yourself, then the audience is going to resent you.
Yeah.
What people never can, for me, what people who never saw David Copperfield perform only think that he's like this grand master magician that has all these, things with girls wrapped around his legs or very totally egotistical trips. Yeah. But the guy's very funny. And he does some crazy shit. And then what people don't see when you see him in Vegas, it's like a comedy show as well. He's very funny. He's got lines written that are really sharp. And very early on in his show, he makes people laugh. He takes himself down, and he puts himself down from the pedestal, which makes him likable. Yeah. And that reminds me of another sentence that I got from a juggler that's got an amazing act. He's an American juggler. I'll find his name again, but he told me showmanship is getting people to like you. Very important sentence. Yeah. Showmanship is getting people to like you. Okay. Whatever you're doing, hardcore mentalism or manipulation, at one point or another, if you want to be a showman and if you want people to come with you and applaud you and standing ovation, whatever, they have to like you. Yeah. Find ways in your act where people will be able to say, this guy is fun, this guy is cool, this guy is human. That's what jugglers make.
I like this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Showmanship is getting people to like you. Yeah. Showmanship is not showing that you're the best. It's not showing that you're, more intelligent than them or smarter than them. Yeah. Showmanship is getting people to like you, period. And that's a very good point. Yeah. Become likable. Yeah. And do whatever it takes to become likable. Make them laugh. Even if you're serious, you can make them laugh.
True. That's very true.
That's the problem of most manipulation acts that are, very technical. Well, after a while, you can't take that more than 7 or 8 minutes because it's too much. Yes. And there's no likability factor. If the guy's face or if the guy's, demeanor is really aggressive and egotistical, people are going to resent it. Yeah. It's You're funny. Not likable. Yeah. You can look at there's a great act. He won FISM twice, but the young generations don't know him anymore. Richard Ross. Okay. Richard Ross was a Dutch magician. He won FISM twice. Okay. And the way he's on stage, he's like having fun, and he's communicating that fun, even though it has very complex stuff with his hands, and he's a master at misdirection. I learned a lot by watching him take stuff from his jacket and put it back. He's one of the best, and he's funny, and he's a fun performer. Yeah, he doesn't talk, but he's always smiling. He's always giggling. He's always sometimes he's like, oh, what just happened? And he's having fun. He's enjoying himself, and it shines through his act, and his act is a joy to watch and experience.
What was it again?
Richard Ross. ROSS.
And when did he win FISM?
I think 1970 and 1973.
1970 and 1973. Wow.
If you type Richard Ross on YouTube, you will find his acts.
Okay. I'll definitely.
He does an act with.
Do that.
He revolutionized the linking rings.
Okay. Yeah.
He did some things with the linking rings that no one had ever done before.
Yeah.